Hey guys, before I get into this video, I want to take a few seconds to explain this series. This is my first solo series on this channel. I usually make quick guides for Ark. In this series, I'm going to see how far I can get on a cluster solo. There's going to be plenty of raids, PvP boss fights and more along the way, and I promise you, it gets beefy. We're going to have a lot of fun along the way, so let's get into it. So, the server had been wiped that day. I figured I'd head over to Genesis first, see if I can get myself some hexagons, and then I can start building some things. I started off with bog beatdown to see if I can get myself a mining drill. I ended up getting a drill on my first attempt, so then I just headed over and started doing some different missions. I tried out some wave ray, because I quite enjoyed that, and I thought I'd just session it a little bit, see what I get. Some random guy came over and decided to join me. I did wait for him once I finished the race to see if he had anything on him. I then went back over to the swamp to get myself a Bloodstalker for some easy transport. Being stupid, I thought these guys would be pretty much an insta-tame on these servers, so I very nearly lost it all. Once I got my Bloodstalker, I just started heading round the swamp mainly, just to see if anyone had hidden anything in 1x1s, or if there was any bases I could raid early on. All the hexagons I collected earlier I was just using to make grenades. I didn't get lucky and find anything really. I did find this wooden base that had already been raided, so I decided to break everything around it that was locked. They had loads of metal smelted inside their forges, as well as charcoal, which saved me a lot of time early on. This saved me having to sit there and wait for my forges to do it, which was really handy. So I got myself a few bits of armour, mining drills, some metal, so I decided to build myself a little base. I hid this under one of the big trees in the swamp on Genesis. And for now, I was just using this to store things in case I got killed by someone while I was on my Bloodstalker. Once I had my base down, my next mission was to be able to make C4. While I was flying around on the Bloodstalker, I found a couple of bases with turrets, so I thought they would be my next target. For some reason, there was a load of high level patches around my base, so I decided to tame them as an early soaker. Teleported to the ocean biome to get myself some silica pearls. Then went over to the volcanic biome to get myself some obsidian. I don't know how I didn't hear them coming, but I nearly got shat on by not one but two basilisks. I got some cement and paste and obsidian in the end. I made some into polymer and then made as many C4 as I could. So I found some guy built a base at the top of the bog beatdown thing. He did have a few heavies for so early in the wipe, so I figured if he's got that and quite a few tames, he's probably got some good loot in there. I obviously only had really bad armour at this point, so I was just trying to get a good angle to see if there was anywhere I could sneak in or if there was anywhere I could throw my patches. I managed to get up below his base, so I decided to throw Apache out and see how much he could tank. To be honest, I hoped he would do a little bit more, but with the angle that was at, he probably wasn't going to do much better than that. I did try a second one with a bit more health because I figured I'll never use them again, so I might as well and just hope to get lucky and hope this guy hasn't got a lot of bullets. So yeah, that went well. So I found the second base that looked a lot more raidable and really looked like he would have better loot. He also only had one heavy around the other side. The all around this side was just autos. So I knew I'd just have a few autos and some plant species to deal with. I learnt my lesson with the last raid attempt, so I decided to find myself a good level paracer, do some proper soaking. In one of the missions earlier, I'd got myself a 36 armor paracer platform saddle, so I decided to chuck that on him, get him some level ups, and see what I could do. I got myself a Daedon real quick to heal him up. Once he was healed up, we was ready to send him in and see what he could do. My main mission for the paracer was for him to take out the plant species around this side, as I figured even with terrible armour I could probably soak a couple of autos enough to be able to get in. Not to mention that the guy left all his tames out surrounding his turrets and blocking them off, and this made it a lot easier to hide. Got very lucky to survive all that, but the guy still had some turrets powered the other side because he had a tower out there, so I knew to be able to get all this loot I needed to take that out as well. Once all the turrets were down, I could then go get some more C4 and move on to the vault. So as you can see, this raid set me off very nicely for the start of the season. I got a load of resources as well as some good tames to start me off. I had built my base in Extinction under the sunken forest, and there was also someone living right next door to me. I figured moving into someone's back garden like that is going to cause beef, so I had to deal with him before he dealt with me. There was a corrupted wyvern just outside the entrance to the sunken forest. I know this is a pretty well known raiding technique now, but I know some people still don't know about it. So I decided to try my luck and lead them close to their base to see if they had any turrets on wild creatures. He got very close to their base and they didn't shoot him, so I knew none of them were on wild. So now the tricky bit was to try and kite him in there without getting shot myself. This only works in certain situations because you have to have an area where you can get close to the turrets without them shooting you. Like here I could creep up the side of their base and then spin round quick, and because the wyvern has such a big turning circle, sometimes he would go in there. Eventually, he got in there and started damaging the turrets. If the wyverns aren't attacking creatures, just structures, they won't attack it for too long. Eventually they'll lose aggro and you have to do the same thing again to try and get them in there. So after about half an hour, he had damaged some of the structures quite a lot. I was originally hoping that he would attack the front of the base and smash the door and the turret at the front, but he seemed to target the bottom of the base a lot more. So in the end I figured he'd have to keep going until he drops one of the cliff platforms. So I'd headed back to my base to get some C4 and things ready for once I get in, but I kept on seeing the pink from his breath and I wasn't really sure what was going on, because when I was there he was just biting, he wasn't trying to use his breath, and he'll only use his breath when he's attacking something. Because of that, I figured he'd probably lost aggro and started attacking something on the floor. When I got back to his base, I realised that he was still up there, but I couldn't see him, so I really didn't know what was going on at this point. Somehow he managed to get himself inside the base. I'm not sure if he glitched in or what, but this is bad for me because now he wasn't attacking the structures, he was just trying to kill the dinos. Whilst I was sat there watching him see what he was going to do, someone had whistled all the dinos aggressive, so I knew someone had come online, and I knew I had nothing to fight them with because they still had turrets up, and the only way I had of getting up there was on a Bloodstalker or a Pteranodon. So at this point I kind of just thought, you know, it was a good effort, I've done as much as I could, but they're online now, there's nothing I can do with the things I have. So I came back about an hour later just to check on them, see what they were doing, and they had been offline again, and they hadn't actually repaired anything that had broken. So I decided to get myself a little bit closer and see what's going on. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't repair once they'd come online and seen that. They even went to all the effort of lining up their diners again. Like, I don't know if they thought the wyvern had spawned in there or what. So at this point, I thought, you know what? If they're going to be this stupid, let's go get ourselves another wyvern.
When I'm awake, you're almost next to me. When we're apart, I'm longing for your face. I need you here, I'm feeling out of place. My heart is yours, I'm giving it to you. No matter what, I always will be true.
Sure enough, this wyvern started doing some serious damage. He had even unpowered one of the turrets, so I'm guessing he hit a junction box somewhere in there.
So let's flesh attend to flesh, come alive. The earth is crying sweet. Take whatever that you want, you are free. The moonlight's whispering.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye,
Goodbye.
Sing your pretty words into my ear, knowing exactly what I wanna hear. For one night only, naked in your arms.
Once the wyvern was dead, I went on in there. Most of his tames had also dropped off the base. I wasn't really expecting much, seeing as they had let someone half raid him and then just go offline again.
Earth is crying sweet. Earth is crying sweet. Take whatever that you want, you are free. The moonlight's whispering. Flesh and flesh. Take whatever that you want. Flesh and flesh. Oh, so let's flesh attend to flesh. Come alive. Earth is crying sweet. You are free. Moonlight's whispering.
So, here is when the Bob inside me comes out, because I'd got this far and realised that I didn't have enough gunpowder for all this C4 that these vaults were going to need. So I had to go quickly get a wyvern out of upload and then go grab myself an Arthur Fluid to tame. I dropped him in the water quickly so I could tame him.
Hold your breath, all the moves we're making. I'm scared to death, and the ground is shaking. Oh boy, you got me really good. It's up to you, treat me like you should. The music stopped and you were gone, and I was hoping for another dawn. Now I'm looking everywhere for you, 'cause I need another day. another dawn. Now I'm looking everywhere for you, 'cause I need another dance, we need another chance. I'm waiting for, waiting for, waiting for.
So as you can see, I've got some pretty decent loot for day 2, and it's set me up nicely for the season. This is going to be it for episode 1, guys. If you like what you're seeing, please don't forget to subscribe. If there's anything you're not liking or want me to do differently or want to see more of, just let me know down below and I'll do my best to make that happen. But this has been episode 1 of my solo series. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.